Welcome to episode 35 of Once Upon a Captain Swan. It is May 28th, 2017, and I'm your host, Sarah. With me today, we got Lindsay,
Hey, up, Chuck.
we got Raechel,
Hello.
and we got Justine.
Hi guys.
Today on the agenda, we are going to be talking about the Toronto Once Upon a Time convention that was a few weeks ago. We will be discussing the season 6 finale. And I don't know if you guys know, but something happened to me last night.
What happened, Sarah?
Really good,
I
like
met-
a good cheeseburger?
I met Jennifer Morrison.
Oh.
Did she remember who you were?
Nope. Unfortunately
Aw.
not.
I
Oh,
told you should have worn the dress.
just be like, this is my only dress because you complimented it. I burned all my other clothes.
So, yeah, I went to see The End of Longing last night in New York. I had a front row seat. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't know what to expect because I don't really like plays. I'm much more of a musical fan. I prefer singing and dancing and not people just standing there talking. But this was like, it had you hooked like pretty immediately. Like it starts off very comedic. Like we were just, the whole crowd was laughing hysterically throughout a lot of it. But then as you get more and more into these characters' backstories, it starts to get like really emotional. So I was not bored. It had me hooked for like the entire hour, 45 minutes. It was just really, really well done. Jen is outstanding. Like, absolutely outstanding.
I want to see it so bad. I hope it travels and comes to Los Angeles and that Jen's still in it.
That's the thing. We'll,
Good
we'll
luck with
still
that.
be in it.
Yeah.
She might be, so she's got
She might be,
nothing
you know
else to do.
But once you catch that theater bug, it takes a while for it to dissipate.
Come to the West End, Jen. You know you want to.
And she just looked so beautiful.
I know, I've seen pictures, and I'm like, this look on her is just 10 out of 10.
I like her
It's
hair a
much-
lot better
Yeah.
in the photos that I've seen. Like how they style it for the play
Yeah.
than
Mhm.
how it was originally when she first cut it. But I think that's also because it grew out a little bit too.
It's
But
so
Yeah.
much better in motion. Like, I was not crazy about it because, like, I know Raechel and I are trash for her long hair. But she's
Because you guys
just
have her
stunning.
long hair.
I don't anymore.
There was one point where she was wearing nothing but black lingerie.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Sarah, my gay little heart can't take this.
Her body is banging, is on point.
I would just start crying.
She has no stomach. Like, her arms.
Literally, how dare
I mean,
she?
we all know her arms are
Yeah.
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Like, I just want to take a picture of her arms and, like, take it to a personal trainer and be like, how can I get this?
When I was in the gym, I literally had her, like, I think it was a Neverland photo I had as my background for a while on my phone as inspiration.
Because those arms, man.
I still kind of have a little bit of them. There's, like, a little shadow left.
Mine are coming back because I just recently got back into kickboxing.
Nothing.
I'm also wearing, like, a big-ass flannel because
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going
a
to try
boy's
kickbox.
flannel, and I stole it from him last night. But, like, I
Steal
can
all
still
the
feel
clothes.
some muscle.
But this play is not for children. Do not take people underage. There is a lot of swearing. There's a lot of sex talk.
Sounds like my kind of play.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it
like
sounds really good. You
falling
sound this
onto the bed and messing around. So parents, keep your kids at home.
Not
Like,
suitable
I don't think
for-
I've ever heard Jen say fuck so many times in an hour and 45
Oh,
minutes.
I've never heard her say it at all.
Oh.
Sarah.
Sarah, that's it. I'm coming to New York.
Yeah, like, I don't care. I don't care if that makes me broke. I'm coming. I'm seeing this play.
I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's like, obviously, if you've read the synopsis, her and Matthew Perry's character are in a relationship, and he is an alcoholic, and it's there's a point where it gets very heated, and that is like A-game acting right there, obviously, because we all love the angst. And when she started bringing the angst, I was just like, couldn't look away. Like, honestly, it felt like I was watching a movie. Like, it didn't seem like it was happening right in front of me. It almost seemed like there was like a screen separating like me from them, and I'm like, this is not real. I'm not there. She's not actually standing right there, like acting. And then afterwards, she came out and signed and took pictures with every single person who wanted one.
Oh,
I love her.
There were a lot of Oncer fans last night hanging around, which was cool. It's cool to chit chat with some of them.
Oh, yay.
Anyone you like?
Yeah, everyone was super cool, super nice.
Cool.
Yay.
We saw a red jacket, saw a few Once shirts and things. So yeah, it was cool.
Brilliant.
And there was a standing ovation at the end of the show, which was awesome.
Obviously.
Aww.
Because Jen deserves all the standing ovations. I love Matthew Perry, too. Like, I think he's great. I think he has great comedic timing.
The supporting cast in this was also great. Like, there's only 4 people in the show, but the other 2 supporting cast members were just really good comedic relief, and, like, they had the cutest little love story, and, like, that even made the show even so much better.
Gotta
Because, like,
even out all that
Matthew and Jen had so much angst, and so then you got to balance it with, like, this ridiculously cute couple. So, 10 out of 10, go see it. Awesome.
If you can.
If you can. Still tickets
I'm
available.
not kidding.
They
I'm
extended
gonna
the
fly.
run. So.
I'm flying up to see you, Sarah.
Yep, we're gonna go again.
Yes, I will
We should
fly
go-
5 hours to go see this.
We should go to the last one on July 1st. But that's a Saturday, and I got no plans. And we can have, like, 4th of July together.
That's a good idea.
Just have more margaritas and have another Cinco de Mayo.
I'm just trying to think if that day. No, I don't have anything planned that day.
I think I might blow some more money on my credit card.
Let's do it.
You're liking his credit card, aren't you, Ray?
It's so bad. I have to actually make payment, like, this weekend.
We will go fabric shopping
girl.
all day, and then
No, we will not go fabric shopping all day.
we are going to these fabric stores. You will cry.
Oh, yeah, I know, but
You went to
I
Mood.
can't
You went
buy
to
any.
the Project Runway
I
store.
went to Mood and couldn't find anything that I wanted.
What?
That'd be mean.
How
like,
sad
we're
is
gonna go,
that?
We're gonna be like, there's nothing here for us.
Couldn't find anything for the date dress. Like, it's Mood.
What? How do they have nothing for the date dress? Isn't it just like
You know
the
what?
bodice.
There was a very intense selection of silks, which is not what I wanted. There's a very intense selection of wool, and not a whole lot in between.
Huh.
I need,
Weird.
like a chiffon.
Yeah.
There was a very large collection of expensive lace
Uh,
that
I
I
need
about
that.
drooled over.
I need that.
Yeah, I was like, Ray needs this for the wedding dress.
Ew.
So
I just
let-
gotta get the balls to walk around in a full wedding dress, like, all day long. I don't know if I can find them. With a veil and everything.
The veil, the headpiece.
One of my other friends that we met in Toronto, she cosplays as Emma, and she's currently working on the wedding dress, and hers is going to be done by July. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch her make it. I'm going to see how she is at her convention. And see everyone's
See if
reaction.
it's worth it.
Yeah. Oh, it's worth it. I already bought the pattern.
it's gonna happen.
It's happening.
All right, let's talk about Toronto Convention.
Toronto.
Not a whole lot of CS action happening since Colin and Jen
They
were
weren't there.
canceled.
Kinda
But it was a super fun, chill weekend. Sean McGuire saved the day.
He did indeed.
Was he not originally scheduled and he just kind of
He took
hopped in?
Colin's spot.
Yeah, he came in to replace Colin.
Sean's
Even
brilliant.
He even said, he's like, I know I'm not as great as Colin, but I'm here. Like, he said something along
Aw.
the line. And we're like, no.
My favorite,
He
I
is
think,
awesome.
the whole weekend was Raphael, who had no idea that Colin and Jen were not coming.
Oh my god. That was...
And he made a comment at one point like, "Oh, well, you'll meet Colin later," and the crowd's like, "No, we won't."
Yeah, and he's like, oh my god, I've hit a nerve. And then he was like, oh, Jen's in a play. You could ask her about it this weekend, right? And we're like,
No.
Oh.
And he's like, oh my God. He's like, I just want to end it right now. He's like, I'm going to leave. He felt so bad. Like, and then he like, well, I know Colin just had a baby. And we're like, what? And he's
We're
like,
excuse?
yeah. And he's like, I mean, they're having a baby.
Which,
was
like,
just-
also is like, tell us more.
Toronto was like truth bombs falling all over
Yeah.
the place. It was like, at one point, like the creation like head guy spilled the beans about the beanstalk scene,
Yeah.
thinking that it had already aired. I'm like, oh my God, did he just say that?
And then they were
Oh,
playing.
that's so funny.
They were playing all the songs. They played like 2 of the songs or something.
Yeah, they were playing songs from the musical before it aired. I'm just like, what the hell is going on with this convention?
Oh, it's so funny watching people fumble on stage when they realize they've made an error.
Revealed something they shouldn't.
Yeah, and Ross was like, well, I mean, like they're having one, like you guys would know. You would know by now if like the amount of stuttering in this poor man's mouth.
Which I love because, like, Colin didn't say anything about Helen being pregnant at all. It's always
found out
been
things
other
for-
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, he got to announce the actual birth
Yeah.
of the child.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah,
Which,
he
like,
always
he was so
announces-
slick doing that. He's like, Happy Mother's Day to my mom and Helen, who just had my daughter. And we're all like,
And her name.
What?
Did you guys hear her name? Did we talk
no,
about
what's her name?
Her name's Millie.
I have an Aunt Millie. She's my favorite aunt, okay?
My aunt had a dog named Millie.
Wow, Ray, that's almost the same thing.
I loved that dog. She hated me when I was little and tried to eat me, but then I got older and she liked me.
It's a brilliant story.
Thanks.
I think one of my favorite Sean moments from the weekend was when someone asked him what he would get Hook and Emma as a wedding present, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
said a fake hand.
A robotic hand.
Oh yeah, a robotic hand. And it was like, oh, you know, he's gonna
For
need
the
that for his
honeymoon.
honeymoon.
Yeah.
And the crowd's like, oh, and he's like, no, it's so that he can carry her. Do you say carry her across the threshold or something?
Yeah.
Aw.
Like, what are you guys thinking of?
Get your minds out of the gutter.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I almost yelled out, but she likes the hug.
He is filthy though, Sean. He is.
Oh, he is. I love it. His
I love
funeral was really great.
It was. It was the highlight for sure.
My highlight
Wire coming in clutch.
was because I wore JMO's Comic-Con red dress outfit with the crown braids.
Mhm.
And I walk up, he goes, oh my God, you look just like Jen. I'm like, thank you. Like, it was the first thing out of his mouth. He's great. Except he tried to give me a hug, but I didn't know he was going in for a hug, so it was just like an awkward thing. But he's Sarah.
no.
He hugged.
He always-
He was
he
hugging
always
everyone.
He
Yeah.
does that.
He's a hugger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx.
He's great. He's so sweet.
We had a meet and greet with Karen David.
Oh, I love her.
She's adorable.
She's so great and so inspirational.
There
She
was
just
only
seems like she's made of, like, sunshine and rainbows and happiness.
unicorn
She is.
stickers.
And she's so tiny. I want to like put her in a pocket and take her home and keep her forever.
He's very tiny.
There was 4 of us in there, so it was a nice, small, intimate meet and greet. She
Oh.
brought us lots of Gallivant goodies, including the Jewel of Valencia, and like a wedding announcement for her and Gallivant. Spoiler alert.
Aww.
And
I mean,
where
that's
did you-
already aired.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet either, but
It's on my list.
This is why it got canceled.
And Sarah, what did you get to do with Karen in the meet and greet?
oh, I got to act a scene out with her.
Holy
What?
shit.
It was
An
like
unaired scene.
an unaired
That
scene
wasn't
between her and Gallivant, and I was a Gallivant.
that's awesome.
And
What
the
was the
scene was
scene?
really hilarious. Like, Gallivant's basically like butt ass naked, and she like Isabella like cannot carry a conversation, and It was great. I wish
And he's doing,
I
like,
had that.
hamstring stretches.
I was not doing hamstring stretches. I was sitting in a chair.
Yeah. But she got up and did it.
Karen got up and did it. That was definitely a life highlight.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I love her.
She makes me want to fulfill my dreams. And I'm actually looking at photography schools right now, so.
Oh, yay.
That's brilliant.
Yep. Thanks, Karen.
Fulfilling dreams.
Thanks for the motivation, Karen. No, like, seriously, she went on and on for, like, a good, like, 10 minutes as she was, like, she, like, was about to leave, but then she, like, went on this, like, epic spiel of, like, follow your dreams. She's like, if you want to be a princess, be a fucking princess.
Oh, she
Aw.
is.
Yeah, I was like telling her all about my like sob story with Disney and how I've been separated from it. Because she like generally asked us all like, what do we do? What do we do as like careers and like what are our dreams and stuff? And that
All
was
this
like, I can't talk about that because that's like a very complicated thing for me right now. And
Yeah.
so I just like let it all like fly out, like, oh, I really want to be in Disney World, but I can't, and like blah blah blah. And she's just like, you need to find a way to bring Disney to you.
Yeah.
And like just getting me so pumped, and I'm like, she's like, if you want to be a princess, go be a princess. I'm just like, she's so
It was,
great.
like, it was the best thing ever. She was so sweet. And she made sure we all got pictures, like, with the Jewel of Valencia and everything. And she's
Yeah,
like,
she was breaking all creation meet and greet rules. And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
great. We were taking photos.
like-
it went on
she's
for
like,
like at least
she's the
45
best.
minutes.
she's like, they paid so much money and they came all the way here. Like, they can take photos. It's like, thank
Doesn't
you,
give a
someone who finally realizes how much money you pay for these things.
How much did you pay on being nosy?
It was $150.
That's
So
not bad.
That's not bad. It was
Considering
worth
I
every
think
penny.
like Lana's meet and greets can go for like 600 or something crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
For
For something that intimate, it is totally worth it.
yeah, and there was only
four
four of us.
people. Yeah.
And we all got, like, it wasn't, like, any, like, awkward people. Like, we were all, like, artsy people, and it was really, like, relaxed. And she definitely went over the time limit for the meet and greet.
For sure.
Because we calculated it, and we're like, that was not a half hour. That was, like, almost an hour. It was, like, 45 minutes.
Brilliant.
That's because she went on
she's
that epic
cool.
spiel.
Yeah. Hopefully this will sell more Karen meet and greets. Go meet Karen, guys.
Yeah, if you guys get the chance, she's at Phoenix Comic Con right now. It's so funny, she's been doing, like, Facebook Live with David Anders. All of
Oh,
it.
I need to watch that.
Oh.
And they were doing, like, carpool karaoke. And I'm like, sing Rent. You guys gotta sing Rent. And, like, I don't think they saw it, but David just burst out into Rent because I know how much he loves Rent. He just starts singing One Song Glory. And I'm like, oh my god, yes.
Oh.
I need to watch this instantly.
And Karen's like, I don't know this one. I'm like, Karen.
Oh.
Karen, how do you not know Rent? Come on.
Oh. Educate her, come on.
She needs a education and
She's coming. It's Rent on Broadway at the moment. We can take her to Broadway and watch it.
It's doing a touring revival around the States.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
So she might be able to catch it somewhere.
Yeah.
I know it's on at West End.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm really sad we didn't get to see Jared and we didn't get Outlaw Queen photo because those were really late in the day and we had to drive home. But it was still a really great weekend. It was really relaxing and there wasn't a lot of people there, which was nice.
And everyone was super hyped for the wedding. Like, in pretty
Yeah.
much every panel, someone was asking questions about the CS wedding.
Yeah, someone asked every single person what they would give as a gift to Captain Swan, a wedding gift.
Aw.
And, like, some of the answers were really great. And then I
Like, what
got,
was a good one other than Sean?
what was Adam? Adam had a funny one, and I can't remember what it was. I think his was, like, to stay far away from them or something. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't.
Karen was gonna give them a magic carpet ride. Like, they can just borrow the magic carpet and go wherever they want.
Didn't Keegan say something about like
Not
baby,
stealing the baby.
or like something about their future children?
Like, she won't go near.
She won't babysit or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
That's good advice.
Keep the kids away from Blue.
Yeah.
Keegan's great. I wish I got a photo with her.
She knows how shady her character is.
Oh, yeah.
She actually loves it.
Yeah.
She loves finding
Blue.
people about it.
I can't think of anything else.
No. But yeah.
Let's move on to the finale. So, 2-hour finale came on a week after the amazing wedding musical extravaganza, Captain Swanapalooza, whatever you were calling it.
I don't even remember anymore.
A day after that, we get the horrible news that Jen's leaving. Then throughout the week, we find out half the other cast is leaving, and we then have to say goodbye to everyone in the finale with no notice.
I feel like crying just listening
was
to
like-
that. I'm just like...
I went into it not even knowing if I was going to watch it. Like, Sunday night rolled around, and actually, I didn't watch it when it aired because I was with my family. And they're like, don't you want to get home to watch your show? And I'm like, not really. I'm not ready for it.
No rush.
So I, like, watched it, like, in the middle of the night and just,
Yeah, I think I texted.
It was-
Was
yeah.
I texting you? And I said you need to watch it?
Yeah, we were texting about it.
Yeah. I watched it live because I had nothing else to do.
Yeah, I watched it live, like the West Coast time, because
Yeah.
I had work. And I
Well,
caught, like, the last half of the special, and then sat down to watch the finale.
Oh, I still need to watch that.
Did you watch it before work, Lindsay, or did you wait?
I waited till after work because I wanted everyone to spoil it for me because I wasn't looking forward to it. I said, like, okay. Because I was kind of scared that Emma was going to die. So I was like, right, spoil everything. So when I woke up, I got a text from Gabby, and it was like full everything that happened. She'd written me a full essay of like, okay, in this scene, this happens, and it ends like this. I was like, okay, I'll watch it after work, but I knew I couldn't watch it before work because I was emotional just thinking about watching it. So imagine watching it and going to work.
Yeah.
I was crying on and off the entire week. Like, I couldn't stop crying. Like, I would just start randomly crying at my desk, like, at work. And then, like, right when it started, there were certain scenes that just made me start crying. And, like, the whole thing was just an emotional mess. That whole week, I was just garbage.
Yeah, I
was
have to
useless.
wonder how my opinion of the finale would have been colored had we not had all that news of, like, people leaving, people staying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, just a weird week beforehand.
I went into it, like, already depressed. So,
Yeah.
I was, like,
I think
watched
we all
it
were.
just to watch it.
Yeah. Because, like,
It
I try to
definitely
keep
was
it
not my
positive.
favorite
Yeah.
at all. I felt like since we had, like, half the cast leaving, I feel like they should have dedicated more time to saying goodbye to them. Like, I feel like they could have wrapped the final battle up in the first episode, and then we could have expanded on the goodbye stuff in the second half. Or at least, like, an hour and a half of the final battle, and then half an hour of, like, living their lives, and instead of, like,
and
the
a
last
montage
5
as
minutes,
well.
the montage was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. But it was so short. And, like,
that's what
I
I
was
mean.
sobbing through the entire thing.
And
But-
was Bex even in that montage?
She was in, like, the very end
The
of,
Granny's
like,
scene.
that Last Supper scene.
Yeah, she was in Granny's, but that's the thing. And, you know,
Justice for Bex.
Yeah.
Is the new
well, it's-
hashtag.
I mean, well, it's the same thing that happened with Will and Sean, and then obviously...
Well,
Bex
I'm glad
now.
they didn't kill Bex off. I was honestly thinking they were going to kill Selena off.
Yeah,
So
I
was I.
thought so, too. I was certain they were going to kill someone off.
Yeah.
And not do, like, the whole Harry Potter fake out with Emma.
Well, I was
That
kind
was
of
so
like...
Oh, man. I didn't
That
even
final-
notice the parallel there until you just said it.
I was also, like, really underwhelmed with the Black Fairy death as well. I was like...
Yeah.
It was
I'm
just
is
like
she
Voldemort.
actually dead?
It was
You've
underwhelming.
hyped up as the biggest villain ever to exist. And then,
And then,
He's
like,
gone.
it's still carried on.
she dropped her wand next to the dust. So I'm like, is she actually dead? Because, like, and then the wand was gone, but I think that was, like, a continuality.
Yeah, I think it was
thing.
a continuity error.
But I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like the final battle. I felt like Emma running around was a waste of time. I would have rather had 2 hours. I wish they would have defeated the Black Fairy with Emma's song, and then the 2 hours would have been us saying goodbye to these characters.
Yeah. Or even just in the first hour. I also, just looking back on it now, there was no point to having Snowwing, Regina, Zelena, and Hook go to the Enchanted Forest. Nothing they did there had any effect on Emma's storyline in the finale. Like,
it was
nothing.
To make her face the final battle alone.
It was...
Which was stupid.
I think,
because
like,
she wasn't alone, Henry was still there.
Yeah, and it's also, like, I think it would have been more poignant and more kind of heart-wrenching if they were all still there, just cursed, so, like, no one could remember each other. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been a lot more poignant.
Although I did love the Captain Charming adventure.
Oh, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, that was
probably
great.
That was probably the highlight.
That was one of the best parts of the episode. But it's also just kind of like... And I loved watching it, but just kind of in hindsight, I'm like... That didn't do anything.
Just kind of like I wish every double hour finale. Except for season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3 was the last good double hour.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, season 4's finale was pretty good. I liked that one.
Season 3 finale was just still the best. And the first, like, 15 minutes was Alina's defeated, and then he got onto the proper storyline, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is what I think they should have done for the Black Fairy.
Yeah.
And giving her a proper send-off, that was not a proper send-off for the biggest villain ever. That would just, like... I'm so raging.
Like, Rumple's become just a plot device with his magic.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, who else, like, if you don't have anyone to defeat this all-powerful villain, have Rumple defeat them, and then betray the heroes. And
nothing made sense. Nothing made sense. Like, Gideon's a baby again. Emma died, but was not dead because of True Love's kiss, which, hello, we've used this plotline before. But I guess maybe it was
like, it was going to be something we'd never seen before.
I don't know. It was just stupid. And the fact that she, like, basically sacrificed herself pissed me off.
Well, I mean, like, she is the savior. There's some pretty strong parallels between Emma and, like, Christ. So, like...
No, that's reused from Lost, that is. Season 6 of Lost. That is reused because they're so lazy, they can't be original. Oh, don't get me started on that.
Oh, Lindsay's got some feelings.
She has some opinions.
Don't let me start ranting because that,
Don't, I still want to finish Lost.
Oh yeah, it's just
like... the actual show, it was like with season 6, like, promo photos, you know, because Lost actually, like, had promo photos each season. And the last season was Lost Last Supper. And it was like a really long time.
Did you see someone pointed out that they had Emily in the same position in both photos?
Yes!
Okay, no, can we talk about that terrible Photoshop?
That was my favorite.
That's part of the episode.
Yeah, photoshopping's really... That is my favourite part of the episode. And will be.
Because it's so obviously like, just kind of pictures from, like, Comic-Con of, like, just Emily, not even Belle.
Oh, it was great.
That was great. That was some great comedic relief.
It was. And
I feel like they make fun of their own bad, like, Photoshop.
I think now they just don't care, so we're like, yeah whatever.
Yeah.
It's one part of
like, accept it. The Black Fairy, she doesn't know how Photoshop works.
Well, even like Rumple, you can still look in his face, like, we knew anyway. But still, it's like, wow, this is really
speaking of Rumple and Belle,
You have feelings?
I have a lot of feelings. I feel like they built up Belle's storyline all through 6A. And then she just forgot about everything Rumple did to her. They never really talked about anything and how fucked up his actions were for their entire relationship, not even just while she was pregnant. And
if it makes you feel better,
kind of good thing, and then she's like, "You're good again, yay!"
If it makes you feel better, Emily feels the exact same way, because in her panel in Toronto, someone asked her if she would have given Rumple as many chances as Belle does, and she was like, she was literally like, hell no, and don't ever and she was like, don't, and she was saying like, no one should ever have that many chances, and don't ever do that for someone, and she was like, she went on like an angry spiel about it.
I love her. She's awesome.
I'm so glad, because I feel like for a long time, Emily.
Well, now that she's not on the show anymore, she doesn't care.
Yeah, true. She's not on the show anymore.
Now she can say what she wants.
Her and Sean are like so shady now. I'm just loving it. It's like, yes, bring it.
I feel like there should be a club for like just jaded ex-cast members as ones, just so they can get together.
Sarah and I talked about that. We're like, we can make them all jackets. We can join the club.
Oh, like, we can write a spin-off show and, like, have them all on the show and, like, make it all nice.
I know. It was just, like, I just wanted so much better for Belle. Like, she's just separately from Rumple, she's just this amazing character. And then they keep latching her to Rumple, and she fizzles.
Yep. And you can tell in Emily's acting, too.
Yeah, you can tell.
She is an amazing actress. Because if you've seen her in Lost and Remember Me and all her other stuff, she's amazing.
In Roswell. I love Roswell. She's so good in that.
And when she plays Belle, she's not as good as she can be. And I think that's because she doesn't believe the writing.
Yeah, because I feel like there are some times when she's like, this fucking bullshit.
Yep. And she plays off everyone else better too than she does with Bobby. Not that she doesn't like Bobby, but I don't think she likes the storyline.
She loves Bobby. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, like the storyline.
In Blackpool, they were so happy to meet her. They were like so excited to see her. I was like, oh hi, and like they get along really well, and it's lovely. I love their friendship.
Yeah, I think they have good chemistry. I just think Emily has better chemistry with other people within the cast, like Bex and Colin. She has great chemistry with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the chem. I just think it's the writing. Personally.
Yeah, it could be like, that too.
Because I think they get along really well. I've seen that in person, so they have got real chemistry, but I just don't think initially it was great, but the way the stories ended up, I think it's just like very difficult to like.
Yeah.
Do you really believe in this?
Like, I've talked before about how Rumble is basically like just a textbook abusive relationship. Like, I can open like one of my like psych of trauma textbooks and look at abusive relationships and PTSD and just list it out and be like, here's an example of Rumple. Here's an example of Rumple. Here's an example of Rumple. And then, I don't know, I really had thought with 6A that Adam and Eddie were going to be like, all right, well, we wrote this abusive-ass relationship, so let's show it as abusive and stop excusing it. And I really thought that Belle's happy ending was just going to be her finally being like, you know what, Rumple, like, I can't anymore. I can't keep excusing you. I can't deal with this anymore. Like, it's not healthy for me. And that she was just going to find her a happy ending with her friends and Gideon and travel the world and read all the books in the world that she can find. And no.
I wanted Rumple to sacrifice himself for me this time.
Oh my god, that would have been such a great ending for Rumple.
Yeah. But no, he gets everything he wants now.
Yeah.
So, positives on the episode, guys. Come on, we've had a bit of a rant. What did you enjoy about the episode? Apart from the lovely Black Fairy's Photoshop skills.
Captain Charming.
Yeah, the Captain
And Killian calling Emma his wife.
Yes.
Oh my Every time I'm just like...
Also, David calling Killing his son.
No. Killian under the beanstalk, and then he's like, "Hello, mommy."
I feel like I'm the only one who didn't really like that line. I just felt like it felt weird.
Killian I agree.
Kind of guy to say
I thought it was
mommy.
funny.
I thought it was funny.
I don't think he would actually call her that. I think he just did it just to be like a cheeky ass. So that's why
he's a dickhead sometimes. It's Killian Jones.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
True.
And he's like, cause he knew that he's gonna be looking for David.
Yeah. That's how I felt. And like Snow's face was just like it was almost like a throwback to like season 2 when she was just always done with
it was, oh my god, yeah, it's total parallel, yes.
Yeah. And he was always making like sexual comments and like, oh, I see where her daughter got her gumption, and she was just like like just so done.
She's like, just shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved all the parallels to previous seasons. I felt like that was a nice kind of way to tie it all together.
I sobbed my eyes out when she burnt the book. I don't know why. I lost my shit.
I know, it was just like, I remember like this, like she kept like remembering, but every time it was remembering Killian, and I was just like, yes, remember, come on, Emma, it's Killian.
Yeah.
And then, and Henry wrote her own storybook. That was really sweet.
That was cute. And we got to see Emma's apartment again. That was awesome.
Is spotless. And also, who was paying the rent this whole time?
Yeah. I know. And
I want that door so bad.
And like how her boss was just like, oh yeah, we'll start again. It's like, yeah, it's been like years now, and you're still like, let's just carry on.
Yeah, it's also like no one's been living there because like the birthday candle's still there, like all her furniture is still there. But you also just like, I know that maybe
it's technically a condo and she owns it.
Maybe. But I know we talk a lot about how we wish that the CS house was more decorated and that it felt more personal, but kind of seeing how sparse and almost clinical looking her apartment or condo in Boston was, just compared to like kind of like this warm niceness of the CS house, you're like, wow, like there is a lot of change there.
We'll see, but I think I mentioned it before, but I have a headcanon for that is because both of them only had a tiny little box of things.
Yeah.
They weren't sentimental people. They didn't carry around a lot of stuff. They had one box and that was it. And so I think the CS house was a starter for them building their life together, and I feel like they would add more stuff to it.
Yeah.
As they progressed and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff we're not going to get to see anymore. All that.
That's the issue, innit?
Sarah, what are your thoughts?
I don't have anything positive to say.
I was going to say, I'm like, you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I hated the entire episode. I'm sorry.
I didn't like much of it either.
I mean,
I liked certain scenes.
I liked Captain Charming. I loved Evil Queen and alternate Robin getting their happy ending.
I did.
But that's about it. I was disgusted at the Emma in a psych ward storyline. That is my least favorite storyline to ever be done on shows. Like, I hate we're going to throw you in a mental institution and pretend like you're crazy. I hate that. Didn't work on Buffy, didn't work on this.
There's so many Buffy parallels with ones.
Well, because Jane Atkinson was a writer and now she's a producer.
I know.
I was just, for it to be a goodbye to all these characters that I love and almost a goodbye to this show for me.
It was a joke.
What a bitter disappointment. Like,
yeah,
it was a joke.
And like the montage, no one even talked in it. And they're like, we wanted it to be like this nice thing where they don't have to talk. I'm like, no, I want to hear them talk.
And I want to see them. Like, so, you know, what are they getting up to?
I don't think Adam and Eddie understand that we just want these characters to talk to each other about what's happened. We don't need it to be action, 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 action. We've
said that so many times on this podcast.
We want character interactions. We want meaningful character interactions. We're watching for these characters. We're not watching for the plot.
Nope.
Going back to Lost again, Lost was about the characters, and they did character development so well.
Absolutely.
And they worked on that. So what is the issue? Just don't understand.
I mean, we have wanted for so long for this show to be about the core cast. Here, they had an opportunity to do a finale about the core cast, and we still...
We're taken to another realm.
Dialogue. They're just reusing plot devices, and we still don't get important dialogue that needed to be had.
It just aggravates me.
Hook and Emma said, 2 words to each other for 2 hours?
Yeah.
That's what we get? That's our goodbye? Cool.
We don't even get, a full-on kiss, and it's their last episode together? Come on, guys.
That's why, honestly, I kind of want to just forget this one and pretend that the musical episode was the finale, because that would have been perfect. It just would have been so much better if the musical episode, without the curse coming, then just ended to fade to black, everyone's smiling and happy. I would have been fine with that. That would have been the perfect ending for me. I wouldn't,
Also,
do I want to see Captain Swan?
Disjointed. We've never heard Killian talk about wanting to be a deputy. We've never heard...
He's a pirate, to go from
we've never
from
heard...
a pirate to a deputy, it's a bit weird. Okay, he wants to be close to Emma, but what wanted this season is to see Killian have his own storyline, and we have seen that, And what we wanted was a honeymoon. If we'd want a bit of honeymoon, I know someone watched him and he mouthed happy honeymoon, but
it's not really a honeymoon if they're just stuck in Storybrooke.
They drove off into the sunset. They went to the next town over.
What, with the deputy siren going on, the police siren going off?
Yeah, so
they gotta get there fast.
Yes, a yellow bug is a police car now,
Yeah. It's just we also we've never really it's kind of hinted at that Regina wants the townspeople to see her as queen, but
I didn't get that at all.
Yeah,
stupid.
It's also it just feels weird that Regina's still queen, even though technically Storybrooke and all of its residents are technically Snow's kingdom.
But I don't feel like she wants that responsibility, though, either.
Yeah, true. But, I wish that was addressed somewhat, instead of just assuming that Regina is the de facto queen.
Well, they don't address anything or give us closure for anything, so...
It's also, I just want to see how, these average townsfolk feel about Regina still being queen, despite her still, to this day, having a vault full of hearts that don't belong to her.
No, I think I'm fine with Regina now, because I think she has earned it and stuff.
I've let it go.
I know, it's a thing, you could be, but there is more pressing issues of this whole thing, so
yeah,
that's very, very low on the list.
I've let my Regina stuff go. She's actually been a lot better in this season, I think.
This season has been great. A lot better for her.
Mm-hmm.
So she actually
since the Evil Queen ended, I think she improved.
Well, see, once the Evil Queen arc ended, I kind of liked that version of the Evil Queen now that she had some good and bad in her. And then when she came back in the finale, I thought she had a lot of great, comic relief, sort of.
I love that the scene, with the two Reginas talking you look great, and it's just thanks. I liked that.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun character dialogue.
Wilby, I love Wilby. I love talking about
Wilby.
That was a highlight. I was okay, and then Wilby ran. I was like, Wilby.
I know, to see Wilby run after David, I was like...
Which doesn't make any sense at all, once again, but...
You know what? He's been living in a shelter this whole time, just waiting for David.
That's an old dog.
You know what? Then at least he gets to live out...
Let Wilby grow.
At least Wilby gets to live out his last few years.
Actually, no, he was frozen. Are the animals frozen, too? They must be.
You know what? Sure. Yeah.
It's Pongo. Pongo's been alive for 28 years.
Yeah. So he used to be a farm, helping out on the farm, and then now he's going to be helping bringing baby Charming up. How cool is that?
Also, Snow still only teaches about birds.
Birds are
just birds.
Well, people have like people teach English, people teach maths, you know. She's got a specialist area.
She's got, what is that called? There's a word for it.
Ornithology, something like that.
Yeah. That's
Here,
what she teaches.
Google it. Study of birds.
Study of birds.
What is it called?
She's an elective.
Ornithology.
Yeah.
Hey, that's right.
She's an elective.
It's a very specific elective.
What are your thoughts on the introduction of Older Henry / season 7?
Older Henry's hot.
It feels weird for me to be like, yeah, Henry's hot now.
Right?
I'm still like, no, Henry's like little. Like Henry, like when I still think of Henry, like I think of like little baby Henry from like season 1, where he's like, "Come on, mom, believe in the curse."
It was weird meeting him because he was like, "Okay, this is weird." I seen you grow up on TV. That's a bit weird. Now you're here.
Yeah, like, dude, what? No, you're supposed to be like this big.
Yeah. I don't get the whole. Like, I honestly don't know where the hell they're going with season 7. I wanted it to be a prequel.
No, I'll tell you where it goes. So watch season 1, episode 1 of Once Upon a Time, and then change your characters around and go into a new city. That is season 7 Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I know that.
There you go. That's my opinion of
it's just
season 7.
stupid.
It makes me very angry.
I don't understand. This just feels unnecessary. It's like that last season of Scrubs where, like, they're not even in a hospital anymore. They're in a college. And you're like, what the fuck is this? I did not ask for this.
And then we're going to be, like, in Seattle or New York now and, like, not in Storybrooke. And it's just like, why?
Why?
It's just basically going to be the same thing is Once Upon a Time, like, the whole issue was that they were using the same storylines in ABC, like, oh yeah, we're going to help them, you know, make it new and exciting. This, like, okay, I get
JK.
we don't know the full story yet, and I get that, but this episode was supposed to encourage us to watch on. I'm just insulted. I am very insulted. Like, you're saying to me, like, I have spent 6 years and you want me to watch more of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's insulting.
And I don't get how they're going to tie...
Because, like, I'm confused as to what's happening, so I just want to watch to figure out the what's going on.
It's more of like a hate watch almost.
Yeah, and like that's never what I wanted Once to be. I never wanted Once to be something that I just hate watch.
I'm not considering it to be Once. Like, Once Upon a Time is season 1 through 6, and then this thing is just gonna be like some...
I think someone came up with like the name Cobra Chronicles.
Yeah, like, I don't care what it is, but it's not gonna be the Once Upon a Time for me.
Yeah, it's
like I
can
also, separate it to where
it's like that Dirty Dancing remake, isn't it? That we did the other day. It's gonna be like that.
I didn't even watch it, but from what I saw and from what I saw,
I like
that's why it's gonna be
snaps of it on Snapchat, and she was not having it.
It's stupid. But
it just looked dumb.
Who do you think Henry's baby mama is?
They said we're gonna meet her in like the premiere. Because it's not Violet.
It's not Violet.
Yeah, it's not Violet.
I'm gonna go with Moana because they had a tiki tour.
But, like, that little girl's, like, Latina.
But it's also Once Upon a Time.
That's true.
There you go.
Where characters can magically change race.
And what,
as
like,
they teach.
Tiger Lily is, like, still... She's a fairy again. No one explained that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Maybe they'll explain that in season 7? Who knows? I
really like Tiger Lily. I wish they brought her in earlier.
I like her.
She's really cool. I think she would have been really cool to have in like 3A.
Yeah. Even for that little tiny bit, I was so happy we went back to Neverland. Can't we just have a spin-off of like a prequel in Neverland?
I would so watch Once Upon a Hook where it's just him in Neverland, or even just him and Mila.
No, someone posted a thing I saw, and it's like season 7 prequel, where Hook and Mila go on pirate adventures, and Rumple and Regina are busy planning to cast a curse. I'm like, that's fine. I'm here.
Like, I would so watch that.
I would watch that. You know, I would.
But even though, like, I feel like people would be like, no, Hook's with Emma and blah, 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 and I don't want to watch
Yeah, I can
Mila.
I separate it. Exactly.
Yeah, separate it. It's
I feel Mila pre-Emma.
Well, Mila helped who he is, like, helped him.
Yeah.
He was still a young pirate when he first met,
Mm-hmm.
Mila is a lot older, yes. And Killian was still young.
And I like to think she helped him get over his brother's death.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or, like, work through it.
Mila does have a faults because, she left her soul and all that, and that's a terrible thing. But everyone in Once Upon a Time has done a terrible thing.
Yeah.
That's life. That's life.
And also, like, people compare her abandoning Bae. Like, they make it out like it's worse than Cora leaving a literal newborn in the woods to die. Like, Mila left Bae,
with his father.
Who was, like, what, 5 or 6?
Yeah, he wasn't an infant. He
was 5 or 6 in the care of, like, maybe, like, not the best father, but, like, he was loving.
He was a good dad.
Yeah, he was a good dad in his time. And he was
Dark
capable
One.
of caring for Bae. It's not like she just abandoned Bae at, like, the supermarket and just left him.
Exactly. And the fact that was her unfinished business in the underworld, and that was, like, her biggest guilt and regret in her life.
I love that story. Like, it redeemed her totally, like, and the thing is, people aren't perfect, and they do, and she mightn't be material or anything, but she was willing, and it's just...
I just love Mila so much. Yeah. And I want to meet Raechel Shelley, and I want a million duos.
Fairy tales. Everyone meeting her.
Ray, do you want to do like a million cosplay? Like you and I can be Killian and Mila.
I just ordered my Mila fabric, so.
If you come to Burbank, that can happen.
I think I'm gonna do Mila for Jersey. I don't know what I want to do. There's just so many options.
So many
options. Especially since Colin's doing all these poses now. He's a trainer.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Apparently, like, at other cons, like, at Paris, it's like a new man. It's, like, totally different in Paris.
Darren, I think his loyalties lie in Paris.
I think if he goes to Paris next year, I'm going. So, what are our ratings?
2.
Okay.
1 for Philby and 1 for Captain Charming.
If you had asked me, like, immediately after the finale, or even, like, the day after, I would have given it, like, an 8. But now that I've had time to sit and think about how I really feel about it, I'm gonna have to give it, like, a 4. I feel really bad.
I gave it a 2, so you're alright.
I would... It depends, like, if we include, like, the older, like, Henry, like, season 7 hints, I would give it a 2, because that makes me furious. But without that, I would give it a 5.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, wait, Gabby did give us a rating.
She did, yeah. So Gabby's rating was 9 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, she liked it.
In no particular order. Because obviously, yeah, so Gabby wasn't here this week, but she wants to let us know what she thought. So she loved Killian calling Emma his wife. Yep, awesome. Captain Charming for the win. It was great to see one adventure with them too. And for Charming to see where CS started was beautiful, but sort of surprising. We hadn't mentioned it to him at some point, but just to me. Jane Murray is a beautiful goddess, and I wish I could meet her in Chicago. She did wonderful, though her death was a bit rushed to me. Yes, we were wrong about that. Oh, yes, Swan Believe moments. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that was so good. That was
beautiful.
See, everything got overshadowed for me. Like, I forgot about that because I was just so pissed about everything else.
It was a season 1 because Henry was just so... I mean, yeah, let's talk about that, actually, because Jared had his best episode, and it was his last episode.
Yeah, that's so sad. I also loved that they took some dialogue, like the, where it's like, just because you believe in something doesn't make it true, and then Henry is like, that's exactly
I love how that's been a theme throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I love that they echoed that from the pilot.
Well, and Emma said it to Hook in season 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's something she shares with her true love.
Yeah.
And, like, fucking boss it. Like, I actually really, like, because Henry, in the past. He's meant to be like the grumpy teenager. He's been quite annoying in the past, but this episode I was like, Henry, I finally like proper love you, and it's goodbye.
Yeah. Do you want to start over on Gabby's notes since we like interrupted ourselves?
I know, but I'm just like, I have to say that. So, well, yeah. So continuing Gabby's thing. So, I loved all the Swan Believe moments. Remember season 1. Hello, mummy. Enough said. It was so good to see the door again in Emma's old apartment. I love that door. I want to see it for myself.
I want to steal it. I really want it.
It is a really cool door.
I wish you could read it. I tried reading it and I can't figure out what it says.
I feel like it's a fairy tale.
But we'll have it somewhere. Like, I'm surprised Sarah didn't see it on her set tour.
It might
because they would have been filming that. But they would have been filming that.
Huh.
Yeah, they would have been filming it, yeah, so they wouldn't be showing that. Okay, fair enough. It was great watching some of the scenes that we watched being filmed. I was literally jumping around saying I was there. For example, Archie and Henry snowing in the woods and their true love kiss moment. Henry and Rumpel and Bill. Was it
the Black Fairy?
It was the Black Fairy. It was when she was giving her the Photoshop. Photoshop pictures.
And the Black Fairy,
we couldn't figure out what the hell happened with Henry. We're like, did he get hit by a car?
Yeah, I remember Kim was getting frustrated by that. And we even saw Tiger Lily.
We did.
She didn't understand Emma's death or sacrifice at the end, but didn't kill her and made Disney a baby again. Makes sense. I understand why they did True Love Kiss with Henry's season 1 finale, but it would have been nice to have her husband in there somehow. But she's still satisfied. Overall, she liked the finale a lot. Sure, it had its flaws, but what episode hasn't, especially this season? I would have loved the montage at the end to be a bit longer, but everyone's excited about Deputy Jones, I'd rather have them spend time alone on their honeymoon, either in their house or on Jolly Roger. And there we have it. That is Gabby's review.
Gabby's a lot more positive than us this week.
Yeah.
I think, you know, people keep saying, like, oh, you know, in time you might like it. It's like, well...
No, I won't. No.
That's the thing. The issue is, it's like, we've given 6 years of our life to this, and for it to be over so quickly and suddenly, and then just not getting the closure we need.
See, I didn't even get 6 years. I had 3. So, like, I feel...
With a half-life.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's just
I
kind
didn't
of
get
like...
everything that I wanted. Like, I didn't get the whole 6 years experience of it all.
Yeah.
I only came in season 3. And I'm glad I came in when I did, but I wish I would have started watching earlier. But.
Yeah, it was just like... I just kind of wish that they...
Be careful
even
what
though
you wish for.
Probably at Comic-Con, they didn't know that they were going to be renewed, but I think they had an inkling that a lot of cast members were wanting to leave or would be written off or fired.
No, they knew. Jen told them,
knew.
and they knew about snowing, I think, pretty early on.
Yeah, so I wish that they had taken the time to market it as such, as like, this is the season where you're going to say goodbye.
Right? Like, it was such a, just like, they pulled the rug out from under us. I did not expect Jen leaving at all. Like, it never even occurred as a thought in my mind. Like, I knew Charming and Snowing. There were talks about that in Vancouver.
I think, like, they've already talked about that on set, didn't they? Like, saying, you know, just goodbye.
And they have 2 kids and everything, so, like, I was okay with that. But the fact that Jen was leaving too, and the fact that they told us a week before the season finale versus letting us know ahead of time so we had time to properly, like, because if you go back, like, if I knew from the premiere that this was going to be their last season together, I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah. I think a lot of our feelings about the finale are very informed by the casting decisions that were made, or at least announced, the week preceding. And maybe we would have liked it better, or had at least gone into it a little with a more positive attitude. Right. Had we not just kind of had the rug pulled out from under us, where half the cast was leaving, some of our favorite characters were leaving.
Yeah.
And just, like, half a week of uncertainty and just a lot of feelings.
Lots of tears.
Lots of tears.
If this was the last episode of the series, like no season 7, would you have been happy with that final episode?
No.
I think there would have been,
because they wasted so much time off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think if this was the definitive series finale, no season 7 at all, I think there definitely would have been things that I would still be unhappy with, but I think I wouldn't feel as almost hurt.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Justine. Yeah.
Because I think it's like you're never gonna have an episode where literally everyone in the fandom is gonna be like, I loved everything about the episode. Like, I think that there are gonna be things good and bad about each episode, and things I'm gonna want changed or expanded upon.
I just feel like it was a waste of 2 hours when you knew all these people were leaving.
I was like, even just seeing them on screen made me like tear up, because it's like, this is the last episode, like, because I knew, and like, even though I've been spoiled the whole thing, I was still feeling really sad, because it's like, well, this is goodbye, and it was, for something like that, it was underwhelming, and like, I understand, like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be people unhappy, like, with Lost, like, it's a very controversial ending, and all that. I always felt lost, I'm sorry, it's the example I have. It's just, people are always going to be happy, but at the same time, it's just, I feel like, why carry on? I'm sorry, if you're going to just copy the same thing, the same format, why carry on?
And, like, if they were going to do something really cool, like a prequel, or, like, something completely different, but they're not. They're just, as of right now, they're reusing the same plotline.
And you know what pisses me off? Is that, if you look at the ABC up front, and if you look to the fall schedule, they have basically nothing. They could have really been creating and pushed it out and been dangerous and pushed the boat out, but they chose the easy option.
And they moved it to Friday.
Which is where TV shows go to die.
It's just,
some of them do and some of them don't. It's kind of like the battle royale of, can you make it?
It's like, if they make it, it's
because one of the shows I watched got moved to Friday and they just got renewed. So,
which show?
The originals, but it's a CW, so it's different.
Okay, yeah.
But if it should as well, when we can see it go on through 3 seasons, but we don't seriously, it's just
like, I don't even know how much longer Once can survive.
Well, not with the same storylines. Like, everyone gets a true love's kiss. Everyone gets a magic bean. Everyone gets this. Everyone gets the same storyline.
Magic beans, super rare, and now it seems like there's one every season.
Everyone gets them. Everyone and my dog.
You get a magic bean, and you get a magic bean, and you get a magic bean.
Will be. I was about saying Wilbur.
I feel like if they had gotten in a completely new cast, it almost would have been better. Like, if they let go of Bobby, Lana, and Colin, and they just went completely new. Because I don't understand how they're going to explain Emma and Hook not being together.
Yeah, it just...
I can see what's going to happen. There's going to be another curse, and we're going to be separated, so we won't ever... So we won't see them at all, because, like, oh, they're in a... Like, these guys are in a curse. It's like, well...
But at the same time, the curse is going to break eventually, and then what are they going to do with Hook?
I honestly think season 7 is their end point. I really don't see where they're going to go from here.
I hope it is, because it's bloody... It's taking piss now, isn't it?
Also, like, I don't know how they're going to do in ratings, because they killed off pretty much every major ship. There's no more Captain Swan, no more Rumbell, no more Swan Queen, no more Outlaw Queen, no more Snowwing. Like, I don't know. Like, I know they're trying to market Henry and his
Hook Queen.
Tiny people have been tweeting that. You ship it, Red. You ship it.
If there is a curse and Hook and Regina are together in this curse, I'm gonna vomit.
I ship it back when he was revengeful.
Season 2, yes.
And she was all delicious. No, I mean, like, back in the Enchanted Forest, like, when she, like,
season
hired...
2, like...
Yeah.
But, the episode where, Killian, like, broke into, her castle and tried to, like, save Belle.
Yeah.
That scene, like, I can understand that. Because the thing is, season 2 Killian, you could ship him the wall, and it's like
a womanizer.
That wall and Killian, yes, I'm here for it. And he was like that, but it wasn't, it was just sexual, it wasn't, no meaning behind it, it was just sex.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't ship them romantically. Mm-hmm. It's more of, like, a power couple, like, evil power couple type thing.
Yeah, but, like, if they have, like, cursed identities and they're together... Oh,
yeah, that'd be disgusting,
like, no.
I don't think they would do that.
Also, I don't like people who say, oh, you're not a real Colin fan if you don't watch a new series.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but
no, like...
I have watched all his shit. Like, he's got, like, a Story 24. Look at that, man. That shit.
Shut up.
I watched
That's
that.
A great one.
Can we still do a drunk watch of that? Because I want that episode.
We have to do that at some point.
We have to, because you can only watch that movie drunk, because it is awful.
I watch it sober all the time. I love that movie. It's
Ray, you're a special case.
Bad.
We are. Hashtag fake fans.
I love shitty horror movies.
It's so bad. It's not even so bad it's good, it's just bad.
I know.
It's not even really a horror.
I mean, like,
it's
just
not
sci-fi.
scary at all.
No, but I mean, it's like, I classify it as like a, what are they, B-rated horrors or whatever they call it? Like, where it's just,
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. We got some good Colin shit from that movie, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's that, like, red hoodie under the leather jacket. Like, that is...
Smoking. We got that hot
He looks damn good in that movie.
Yeah, it is. It's just Colin porn, let's be real here, guys.
Yeah, like, you're only watching it for one reason. You're not watching it for the plot.
Well, isn't that Once Upon a Time sometimes?
Yeah.
See, but back to the not being a Colin fan. I'm still gonna watch it because I'm trash for that man, but I'm not watching it because of, well, I mean, I am watching it because of Colin, but it's not like, oh, I feel indebted to him, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, like if you don't want to watch and you think it's gonna make you upset, don't watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it. As it stands, I'm not gonna watch it. I might watch it further down the line, like, when it's on season on Netflix, like the whole season. I'm not gonna watch it live. I'm sorry, but like, I'm still gonna be angry in September, whatever it's gonna be out. I'm still angry. I'm still gonna be angry.
It's probably gonna turn into one of those shows for me that I record it and I watch it sometime throughout the week, or I get a couple episodes behind.
I think, like, if I'm home, like, whatever, Friday nights at whatever time it's gonna be on.
Oh yeah, it's a Friday. Damn it. About that.
But, like, if not, then I'll watch it on Hulu at some point during the next week. Like,
it's not going to be a priority anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to map out a whole chunk of time to, like, find, like, a live stream and watch it at 5 on West Coast time so I can watch it live.
And you know what? Maybe they'll pleasantly surprise us and it'll be one of the best seasons ever. Because this is how I felt about the musical episode. I was so against the musical episode, and now it's my favorite episode ever. So, I mean, I doubt that's going to happen, but you never know.
You never know.
So,
Rex.
Oh yes, Rex, that thing, yes.
I don't have one.
Do.
I have a rec, but I need to find it because I've gone off it. So I went to find Gabby's message.
God, be prepared.
I know.
Here, I can send to yours if you want.
I've got it. So my rec is new. It's a one-shot fic. It's called New Babies Smell Amazing by Unfold73 on Tumblr. It is literally like, if a montage went a bit longer, I think this would have fitted in perfectly. I think, you know, it involves like all sorts, so like it's literally like the discussions and the thoughts and feelings of like Captain Swan, like, and how they feel about, you know, their future. So they babysit like baby Charming and stuff, and then by the end, well, I won't spoil it, but you know, like, it's the thought of like having children in their lives, and it's just like, I think it would fit really well as a montage extension if you were given that.
It's real cute. I read it, and it's like one of the most adorable things I've ever read.
It is, like, it's like the fluff, like, you know, if you're feeling like a bit like pissed off, just read it and you're like just melting gooiness, and it's like lovely.
Oh, see, when I'm pissed off, I just read more angst.
Well, great, we can't all be you.
Gabby.
I just like to wallow in my pain.
You know, there are two different ways to deal with your angsty feelings. Some go fluff, some go angst.
Ray and Gabby are like the angst queens, so I understand that.
Alright, well, I have a rec. And it's called Coming Home to You by Fira Loves Loki, and she describes it as a Sweet Home Alabama flavored AU. So, like, if you know the movie Sweet Home Alabama, it's super cute. Yeah. It's super cute.
Is it completed?
It is not. It's 4 chapters in. But Fira's, like, really good about updating. She writes everything out. Yeah, she writes everything out, and the story's completed and edited and everything. And then she uploads it and starts posting her updates. So, like, you never have to worry about her abandoning a fic.
Okay. Gotcha.
And also, Fira's great. She's been a really good friend throughout my time in the fandom, and she's wonderful. So you should go read all of her stuff, because, like, I have such, like, a writer's crush on her.
Yeah, I've read a lot of her stuff. She's really good. I don't really know her personally. Like, I've not spoken to her, but I do. I love her writing. When I saw you post that, I was like, I love that author. It's so good.
I feel like so many of my recs on the podcast are from Fira, but y'all, I can't help it. She's so good. And, like, her dialogue and her characterization is so on point for all these characters. Like, you just hear their voices in it. Like, you never have a moment where you're like, I can't see Killian or Emma saying that. Like, everything feels authentic, and she's great. So you should read this and all of her work.
I found a rec. It
Yay!
is a fan video by Just for Fun Vids 925, and it's Hook and Emma, You Are a Fever, and it's just hot. It's just a hot.
Ooh.
It's a good song. It's a hot song, and it's just
so not safe for work.
No, it's safe for work. They don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's not safe for work because I work alone in my office, so I think it's okay. But
use caution.
I mean, they only use scenes from Once Upon a Time, so.
Okay, yeah. Then you should be fine.
Yeah. But they make them so much hotter when you put it to a hot song.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a short little bit. It's good.
So Gabby's rec.
Yeah, let's put Gabby's rec in there.
Okay. Do you have it?
Oh, yeah, it's called Hook and Emma, We Fought for Our Love, and we won.
Sounds like a tearjerker.
Yep. I would believe so. And it is by XX Mythica Sana XX on YouTube. I have not watched this video, so I can't describe it, but Gabby has really good recommendations for fan videos, so I would trust her. If she says it's good, it's probably good.
Yep. Gabby knows her fan vid.
She's the fan vid queen. She really is.
Yep. Gabby knows her fan vids.
She's a connoisseur.
Yes. Connoisseur, yes.
Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps it all up for this episode. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media. Basically, any social media that's out there, we are on it. Tumblr, Facebook, YouTube, Audio, Twitter. I'm getting there.
I'm helping.
Pocket Cast. Everything. Next week, we are talking about, I don't know.
We'll keep you posted.
We'll post on social media.
Yes. We have a few ideas.
Twitter for all announcements, polls, whatever.
Yeah, so we will let you know what we decide to do. If you guys have any recommendations or anything that you want us to talk about, let us know. And we'll see you soon.
See you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.